Very next day, bear in mind, I'm a very financially well-off individual. I don't like doing things like this, like saying I'm financially as safe as they come. I need to deposit this, but this is less than a day's work. You know what I mean? So I've got way more than that side. That's getting deposited right now. Well, tomorrow at the bank. But my point being, I'm financially well off, and the reason I've shown that is this. So everything was amazing between us, and we'd sent these really nice, loving messages, and then all of a sudden I just get a message, pretty much calling me an arsehole, and accusing me of robbing her and thieving off her, and I'm like, what? And I am clueless to this. So I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, someone's robbed me, they've taken my card, they've done this, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, we had two suspects, and I was like, oh, it really hurts that she thinks I'd be one, because financially, I have more money than she has, which isn't inside, just I do. And number two, the two of us were actually talking because she hates the job she was doing and what she was doing for work. I was actually starting a business up with her, so me and her were going to do a business together, and I was going to front a lot of the money. I'm not saying she wasn't, but so it didn't make sense, and I was like, wow, and the messages were awful. So I said, look, I'm going to come round. She's like, no, don't come round, I know what you like now. But I ended up coming around at her house, and truth be told, no one had stolen money off her. It hadn't happened. So at the time, I was like, wow, we've just had this moment, now you're accusing me. So I got accused of so much, I don't know, he trusted me. And then she started saying I'd put cameras in the flat and I was recording her, and I was like, what? I don't understand them. Obviously, I realised a bit, she was having a bit of a breakdown, which over the next couple of weeks, I actually helped her. She wasn't able to work, and I bought her food every day, so she ate, and I stayed with her and looked after her and did everything I can. And it was one of them things that I got into a position where I was really, really angry, guys, and I was like, wow, like, I've done all this for you. You sent me that, I've done nothing, you've accused me of this, and she even accused me and said, I think you might be planning to kill me, and I went, okay, let's be logical here. This, like, 5 days later, I said, I'm spending 12, 14 hours a day with you. As soon as work is done, I'm coming between work and laying in this bed with you. I said, I'm looking after you when you've been poorly. I've gone to all your hospital appointments, doctor's appointments. I said, do you want me to stop coming? And she goes, no. I said, okay. I said, and it became one of them things that I realised, because she explained and she'd opened up to me about her life and what had happened to her. It was a protective mechanism. And my friend said to me, he goes, look, he goes, after you and her had done, the first time in the bedroom, she came in and she tried to spend 3 hours telling me how she didn't like you. It was at the end of it all, she revealed she really did like you. And she said to me, I just wish Chris was an arsehole so I knew what he was up to, because the fact he hasn't done anything to me, my brain thinks that Chris is going to do something bad to me. And I couldn't get mad at her, guys. Like, I got mad in the sense where I was thinking to myself, I'm really, really angry at how you're treating me and some of the stuff she was saying about me. And I was like, but at the same time, everyone else has done stuff bad for her. I genuinely think she was trying her best to trust me, but because of what other people have done, she couldn't. And that isn't her fault, because it's not like she wasn't trying. There's of course the stuff she could have done on other things I'm not mentioning, but I do think she really, really tried. And when you take that away, it stops you looking back in anger and thinking, why did they do this? Why did they? Because I don't think she was planning to do that.